Let me tell you about my friend Rahul. 3 years ago, Rahul got really excited about a company. The stock price had been climbing. Everyone on social media was talking about it. And he thought he had found a gold mine. So he invested 2 lakh rupees of his hard-earned savings. What Rahul did not do was look at the company's balance sheet. If he had, he would have noticed something terrifying. The company had borrowed money equivalent to almost 10 times what it actually owned. Within 18 months, the company could not pay its debts and the stock crashed by 80%. Rahul lost 1,60,000 rupees. Now here is the thing. Rahul is not stupid. He is an engineer. He is great with numbers. But nobody ever taught him how to read a balance sheet. And that is exactly why I am making this video today. Because I do not want you to be another Rahul. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you exactly how to read a company balance sheet in the simplest way possible. No fancy jargon, no complicated formulas, just plain English with a real example using actual numbers that you can follow along with. By the end of this video, you will be able to pick up any balance sheet and understand the financial health of a company in minutes. Sounds good? Let us dive right in. Section 1. What exactly is a balance sheet? Think of a balance sheet like a photograph of a company's financial health taken at one specific moment in time. It answers 3 simple questions. First, what does the company own? Second, what does the company owe? And third, what is left over for the owners? These 3 things have fancy names. What the company owns is called assets. What the company owes is called liabilities. And what is left over for the owners is called shareholders' equity or sometimes just equity. Here is the beautiful part. There is one simple equation that every balance sheet in the world follows. Assets equals liabilities plus equity. Always. Every single time. If this equation does not balance, something is wrong. That is why it is called a balance sheet. It must always balance. Section 2. Understanding assets. The things a company owns. Let me break down assets into 2 simple categories. Current assets and non-current assets. Current assets are things the company can convert to cash within 1 year. Think of cash in the bank. Money customers owe the company. Products sitting in the warehouse ready to sell. Non-current assets are things meant to last longer than 1 year. Think of buildings, machines, land, patents, brand value. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a small chai shop. Its current assets might be 5,000 rupees cash in the register, 2,000 rupees worth of tea and sugar in storage, and maybe 1,000 rupees that a regular customer owes. That is 8,000 rupees in current assets. Its non-current assets might be the chai making equipment worth 15,000 rupees and some furniture worth 7,000 rupees. That is 22,000 rupees in non-current assets. Total assets for our chai shop? 30,000 rupees. Simple, right? Section 3. Understanding liabilities. The things a company owes. Just like assets, liabilities come in 2 flavors. Current liabilities are debts that must be paid within 1 year. Think of bills to suppliers, short-term loans, salaries due to employees. Non-current liabilities are debts that can be paid over a longer period. Think of long-term bank loans, bonds the company has issued. Back to our chai shop example. Maybe the owner owes the tea supplier 3,000 rupees. That is a current liability. And maybe he took a loan of 10,000 rupees from a bank to buy his equipment. Payable over 3 years. The portion due after 1 year is a non-current liability. Let us say current liabilities are 3,000 and non-current liabilities are 8,000. Total liabilities, 11,000 rupees. Section 4. Understanding equity. What belongs to the owners? Here is where that magic equation comes in. Remember, assets minus liabilities equals equity. Our chai shop has 30,000 in assets and 11,000 in liabilities.